All right, guys, we're 9 months in with the iPhone 15. And across the board, I think the new iPhones, like I said in the earlier video, I think all the new phones are the best we have gotten in a product launch from Apple. This is the best across the board. All four phones are fantastic. The 15, the 15 Plus, the Pro, and the Pro Max, they're the best of the best. And now with iOS 18, if you're on the beta, you know the customization on these phones, something Android has been doing for a long time. We finally have that on iPhones, and it does make the phone feel new again, and I'm really enjoying it. Do I suggest or should you upgrade to the beta? If you're okay with bugs, don't do it on your main device if you can do that. But I don't recommend the beta right now, even though it is a lot of fun. But the iPhone 15, how has it held up all of this time, right? We're 9 months in, and at the end of the video, I'll tell you if I recommend it or not. But if you're new to the channel, guys, hit that like, drop a sub, and stay tuned. A ton of videos coming on these iPhones that I have here right now. And of course, when the new phones drop, I will be going in hard on the iPhone 16 lineup of phones. All four, I'm going to try and get at least 2 or 3 of them and see what kind of video and content I can bring to you guys. But the iPhone 15. So colors, right? The matte black here is my favorite color. The colors are muted. Do colors really matter? They do and they don't. They do because you want it to look cool, but they don't because we're probably going to throw a case on it anyway. But the things over time, the things that I love about this device, specifically the size, right? I'm usually a big phone guy. I got big hands, so I like a big phone. My eyes are going, so I need a big display. But this phone, the iPhone 15, I think is the perfect size when it comes to a phone because you want to use your phone with one hand, and this allows you to do that. So the size, the build quality on here, the aluminum, it feels good. It feels premium. The look of it, the display on here is fantastic. And of course, Dynamic Island now is on every iPhone across the board. So it looks like the Pro from the front anyway. But I do really like it. Very thin bezels on here. We get USB-C, of course. Now, they were forced to do that, but I, for one, am glad that they did accept their, whatever you want to call it, they accepted it. They went with it. They rolled with it. They gave us USB-C, and now we can use every cable, every accessory across the board, which is good for all of us. So the actual build quality of this device is fantastic. The color, the matte black here, is my favorite color, hands down, not even close. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, the beta iOS 18 and the customization makes this feel like a brand new phone for me. Anyway, lots of bugs, but does feel fantastic to play with, to move around. There are some very cool things in iOS 18. I will be dropping a video on some of the things you can do in iOS 18. Now, some of the other things I love about this device, the camera, right? The camera on here, they're great, crispy 48 megapixel cameras on here, improved from the previous year, the iPhone 14. So we're getting a crispier image on the cameras on here. And video quality, of course, is fantastic. Now, the one downside about this device is, of course, price. Brand new price, right? A little overpriced. And, of course, 60 hertz. At a price point of $800, $900, $1,000, we should have 120 hertz across the board, and I'm hoping the lineup this year will give us that. But 60 hertz on an iPhone, I know you guys, if you are an Android fanboy, you're going to hate this, but 60 hertz on an iPhone is better than 60 hertz on Android. A fact is a fact. And guys, come on, I use Android every day. That is my daily driver, OnePlus 12. But 60 hertz on an iPhone is just smoother. Now, should it be there? No, of course not. It should be 120 hertz across the board. Hands down, 60 hertz outdated. Get rid of it. Hopefully this year we get that. But as far as the iPhone 15 goes, it still is 60 hertz, but it still is very smooth. Now, the A16 Bionic is a beast. It's going to be a beast for a long time. This phone will be usable for 4 or 5 years. You're going to get software updates for 4 to 5 years, 6 years probably. They usually give an extra year. But this phone will be great and powerful for years to come. It will do anything you need it to do. You can play any game on it that you need. You're going to get low refresh rates, so of course, because this is only 60 hertz, but you can physically play any game on here. And, you know, depending on what game, most games, 99% of the games on here are going to run smooth without any issues at all. You might need a Pro or a Pro Max to run some of the higher refresh rate games at a smooth and steady pace. But this phone right here, if you're a casual gamer, no issues at all. So you get great cameras, you're getting a great display, you're getting fantastic battery life, easily a day on this device, and easily a day on any iPhone that you choose in last year's lineup. The dynamic island is usable. It's not just an eyesore like the notch. You can do some things with it. So I do appreciate that. Do I still hate the dynamic island? Of course, I want the hole punch. We don't have it yet, but it is what it is. So overall, look, can I recommend this device? You guys know how good the cameras are, the battery life. It's just a solid phone. But because we're only 3 months out, I cannot recommend buying this phone brand new. There's no need to spend that money right now. Wait 3 months, get the better iPhone 16. It will be the same price as the iPhone 15. But if you want to go used, if you need a device right now, then eBay from a trusted seller, these are going from anywhere between $500 to $700 for the 128 gigs of storage. You can probably get a good deal at 256 for around 700, but 550 to 600 for 128 gigs in good condition. You can find those all day long. Amazon renewed this phone right now, 128 gigs of storage is going for around 640, 650. That is a good deal. So I would say, yeah, go ahead and do that if you want. Now, that's one thing that I hope we get to see this year too on the iPhone 16. I think the minimum amount of storage we should get is 256 gigs of storage. Let me know what you guys think. But overall, the iPhone 15 has been a fantastic device. And I don't think if you bought this phone in September, I don't think you're having any issues with it. There are cooling issues and heating issues with the Pro and the Pro Max because of the titanium build. I haven't really experienced any issues, though, on my end. They do run hot, much hotter than what we get on the Plus and the regular, but still it hasn't affected my use with those devices at all. So the iPhone 15, is it a great phone? It is. Again, the best phones Apple has ever given us across the board. Like all 4 phones are fantastic. Not really much bad. Not really, that's not how you say it. Not really anything bad to say about this phone except for the 60 hertz and the low storage. But other than that, again, used, go ahead, pull the trigger. If you want a new phone, wait for the new phones, wait for the iPhone 16. Just a quick video, a quick update on the iPhone 15. I loved it at launch. I still love it today. It's a great device. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Peace.